Did you know that after the age of 50, your body completely changes the way perfume reacts on your skin? What's remarkable is that most women are entirely unaware this shift is even happening. Many remain loyal to the same fragrance they've worn for 10, even 20 years. Then one day something feels off. The scent no longer feels right. It no longer carries the same elegance, the same allure. Sometimes it turns sharp or heavy, or disappears far more quickly than it used to. The most common reaction is to blame the brand, to assume the formula has changed, or that the bottle is defective. But the truth lies elsewhere. Your body has changed. The fragrance hasn't. And when a scent no longer aligns with your natural biology, it doesn't just affect how you smell. It quietly undermines how you perceive yourself, and subtly diminishes the image, refinement, and presence you've spent years cultivating. In this video, I'll help you understand exactly what happens to fragrance after 50 and, more importantly, how to choose perfume the right way, so it enhances your presence rather than working against it. After the age of 50, the skin undergoes noticeable changes. It becomes drier, thinner, and produces significantly less natural oil than before. This detail is crucial because perfume does not exist in isolation. It relies on the oils in your skin to cling, diffuse, and fully develop its layers of scent. When those oils diminish, fragrance evaporates more quickly and its structure shifts. Lighter notes may vanish within minutes, while others can become sharper or unexpectedly harsh. And it doesn't stop there. Hormonal changes, particularly the decline in estrogen, alter your body's natural scent as well. As a result, a perfume that once blended seamlessly with your chemistry may now feel slightly off, as though it no longer belongs. Think of it this way: your body is one musical note, and your perfume is another. When both are in the same key, they create harmony. But after 50, your body's note changes while you continue playing the old chord. This is why so many women sense that their longtime fragrance no longer reflects who they truly are. After the age of 50, choosing perfume can no longer be guided by impulse or nostalgia. It requires intention. There are 3 foundational principles that, when followed, immediately elevate how a fragrance performs on mature skin and how it supports your overall presence. Rule 1: prioritize rich, deep base notes. As skin becomes drier, it needs fragrances with structure, scents that have weight and depth. Notes such as sandalwood, amber, refined vanilla, and patchouli are particularly effective because they anchor the fragrance to the skin. These notes evaporate slowly, unfold gradually, and maintain elegance throughout the day. In real life, this means that a light citrus scent you once loved may vanish within minutes, while a woody amber fragrance will linger softly for hours. For example, a perfume with a sandalwood base will warm naturally with your body heat, creating a subtle, enveloping aura rather than a fleeting impression. This is why many women notice they receive more compliments not from louder scents, but from deeper ones that stay close to the skin. A practical tip: when testing a perfume, pay attention not to the opening, but to how it smells after 3 or 4 hours. If the base still feels smooth and comforting rather than sharp or hollow, it's likely well suited to mature skin. Rule 2: avoid overly sweet or excessively fruity scents. Sweet, candy-like fragrances often aim to signal youth, but after 50 they can feel disconnected from a woman's natural authority and refinement. Instead of enhancing presence, they may create contrast where the scent feels younger than the woman wearing it, resulting in an unbalanced impression. This doesn't mean floral or soft scents are off limits. It means sweetness should be restrained and blended with grounding elements like woods, musk, or amber. A rose softened by sandalwood feels elegant. A vanilla balanced with incense feels sophisticated. But a syrupy fruit-forward scent can feel forced, even dated. True elegance after 50 doesn't come from trying to smell younger. It comes from smelling aligned with who you are now. The most compelling women don't chase youth, they embody confidence, depth, and authenticity. Rule 3: always layer fragrance correctly. Proper application matters more than most people realize. Fragrance lasts longer and smells more refined when the skin is prepared correctly. Begin with an unscented moisturizer or body oil. This recreates the natural oil base your skin no longer produces in abundance. Apply perfume to pulse points that are less exposed to frequent washing, such as the inner elbows or behind the knees. These areas retain scent longer and release it gradually as body heat rises. For added longevity, a very light spray on clothing such as a scarf, jacket lining, or collar can make a dramatic difference. Fabric holds fragrance far longer than skin, often for an entire day or more. The key is restraint. One gentle spray is enough to leave a refined trail without overpowering the space around you. The goal is not intensity. The goal is quiet confidence where someone leans in and notices your scent, rather than being greeted by it from across the room. When these three principles work together, fragrance stops being something you wear and becomes something that belongs to you. Not every fragrance feels mature, and not every fresh scent feels youthful. The difference is structure, how the notes are built, how they unfold on skin, and how they support the presence you already carry. After 50, the goal is not to smell younger. The goal is to smell aligned. When the composition is balanced, the scent reads as polished, modern, and intentional, even if it is rich. When the structure is thin or overly sugary, it can feel disconnected from your elegance and end up making you seem less refined than you actually are. First, Oriental and amber fragrances. These are warm, sensual, and quietly luxurious. Think soft spice, resin, amber warmth, and a smooth vanilla or balsamic base that lingers without shouting. This family is ideal when you want a signature that feels expensive even if the bottle is not. A practical example is an evening dinner or a formal event, where you want a scent that stays close but leaves a beautiful trail. A smart tip is to apply lightly, because these blends project well. One spray behind the neck and one at the inner elbow is often enough, then let the heat of your body do the work. Second, woody fragrances. Wood is the shortcut to effortless sophistication. Cedarwood, sandalwood, and vetiver create a clean backbone that reads confident, grounded, and professional. This is a perfect choice for daytime, office settings, and everyday elegance. If you want something that feels modern and approachable, woody scents with a soft floral heart can be magic, because they keep the fragrance feminine without becoming sweet. A real-life trick is to use wood-based scents as your meeting perfume. They tend to sit closer to the skin and feel trustworthy, which helps you come across as composed and capable without trying too hard. Third, Chyper fragrances. If Oriental amber is warmth, Chyper is authority. This family often starts with a crisp opening, then moves into a floral heart, and settles into an earthy base like moss or patchouli. It feels complex, tailored, and quietly powerful, like a perfectly cut blazer. Chyper is ideal for women who want refinement with depth, not softness for the sake of softness. A practical tip is to test Chyper on skin and give it time. The first minutes can feel sharp, but the dry down is where the elegance lives. Fourth, soft florals, not sweet florals. After 50, florals can be stunning if they are blended with musk or woods, because that creates a clean, graceful silhouette instead of a sugary one. Rose, iris, and violet are especially flattering when they are airy and slightly powdery, then anchored with a gentle woody base. This is the kind of scent that feels beautiful in daytime, spring, and warm weather, and it pairs well with minimal makeup and polished hair. A simple tip is to look for descriptions like soft, sheer, airy, musky, or powdery rather than candy, gourmand or fruity. Fifth, leather or suede fragrances. This is for the woman who is not afraid to have an edge. Leather notes can feel chic, modern, and fashion-forward, especially in cooler seasons. When blended with saffron, tobacco, or a warm amber base, it becomes a signature that people remember. A real example is wearing it with a structured coat, a crisp white shirt, or monochrome outfits. The scent becomes part of your style, not just something you wear. A practical tip is to keep the application minimal. Leather scents can be potent, so one spray on the inside of your jacket collar can give you hours of sophistication without overwhelming anyone. Now the most important point. The best fragrance family is the one that matches your lifestyle and your energy, not the number on your birthday. If your days are calm and practical, a soft woody or clean musky floral will feel authentic. If you lead meetings and carry authority, Chyper or refined woods can reinforce your presence. If you love evenings out and want sensual elegance, amber orientals can become your signature. And if you express yourself through fashion and bold choices, suede and leather can feel like your personal stamp. The right scent should feel like it belongs to you, like it supports your aura, not like it is trying to prove something. Testing perfume on paper only gives you a very shallow impression. Paper has no warmth, no oils, and no chemistry, so it cannot show how a fragrance will truly behave on your skin. A scent that smells beautiful on a strip can turn sharp, flat, or disappear completely once applied to the body. This is why many women buy perfumes they admire in the store but never reach for at home. The correct way to test perfume is directly on your skin, ideally on the wrist or the inner elbow where the skin is warm and less exposed to frequent washing. After spraying, do not judge the scent immediately. The first few minutes only reveal the opening notes, which are designed to be fleeting and attention-grabbing. You need to wait at least 15 to 20 minutes for the heart of the fragrance to emerge. This is where the personality of the perfume begins to show. A practical example is a woman who sprays a floral scent and loves it instantly, only to feel overwhelmed an hour later. What she loved was the opening, not the true fragrance. Waiting allows you to understand whether the scent stays smooth and pleasant or becomes heavy and uncomfortable. The most reliable test is to live with the perfume for several hours. Wear it through your normal routine, after lunch, after coffee, after movement. A fragrance that still feels balanced and comforting after half a day is far more likely to be a good long-term choice. Limit yourself to testing only 2 or 3 scents in one day. Smelling too many perfumes overwhelms the senses and makes it impossible to judge clearly. A helpful tip is to note the time when you applied each scent and how you feel about it later. Another important detail is environment. A perfume that feels perfect in an air-conditioned store may behave very differently in heat or humidity. Testing in real-life conditions is the difference between a perfume you enjoy briefly and one that truly belongs to you. The right fragrance is not the one that impresses you in the first 5 minutes. It is the one that still feels like you hours later. After 50, concentration matters more than prestige. Your skin is typically drier and less oily, which means a fragrance needs enough oil concentration to hold, bloom, and stay balanced over time. That is why eau de parfum and parfum usually perform better on mature skin. They contain a higher percentage of fragrance oils, so the scent does not collapse into sharpness or disappear too quickly, the way many lighter concentrations can. Here is a real-world example. You may try an expensive eau de toilette that smells beautiful for the first 10 minutes, then turns thin, sour, or simply fades by lunchtime. Meanwhile, a well-made mid-range eau de parfum with a warm base like sandalwood, amber, vanilla, or soft musk can feel smoother, richer, and more consistent for hours. The difference is not your imagination, it is structure and concentration working with your skin, not against it. A practical tip is to shop by performance, not by label. When you test, write down the concentration first, then observe what happens at 3 checkpoints. After 20 minutes, after 2 hours, and after 6 hours. If the fragrance still feels elegant and comfortable at the last checkpoint, it is a keeper. If it becomes harsh, powdery in a dated way, overly sweet, or disappears entirely, the bottle is not wrong. It is simply not built for your skin today. Another useful trick is to treat eau de parfum like a tailored blazer. You do not need more, you need smarter placement. Apply on moisturized skin, then choose pulse points that do not get washed constantly, like the inner elbow or behind the knees. If you want extra longevity, add one light spray to fabric, such as a scarf or the inside of a jacket collar, because fabric holds scent longer than skin. This approach often lets a moderately priced eau de parfum outperform a luxury fragrance that is beautiful on paper but unstable on your body. The takeaway is simple. Do not chase status. Chase harmony. The best perfume after 50 is the one with the right concentration, the right base, and the right behavior on your skin over a full day, because that is what makes you smell polished, modern, and unmistakably you. A truly refined woman does not rely on one single perfume for every hour of her life. She builds a small fragrance wardrobe, the way she builds a wardrobe of clothes. One scent for daytime polish, one for evening presence, one that feels weightless in summer, and one that wraps you in warmth during winter. This approach does something powerful. It keeps your image fresh, intentional, and adaptable, instead of repeating the same message no matter the setting. Here is a practical way to think about it. Your daytime scent should feel clean and confident, something that sits close to the skin and reads as competent. A soft woody floral or a gentle woody musk works beautifully for errands, lunch with friends, and professional spaces. Your evening scent can be richer, deeper, and more dimensional. This is where amber, oriental, chyper, or a modern suede note can add that quiet luxury effect without shouting. Then you add 2 seasonal anchors. For summer, choose a lighter structure that still has a stable base so it does not vanish on drier, mature skin. Think citrus woody, airy florals over musk, or a clean sandalwood base. For winter, lean into warmth and depth: amber, vanilla, dunette, elegantly, resinous woods, or a soft, spicy accord that feels enveloping. The hidden benefit is that a fragrance wardrobe prevents nose blindness. When you wear the same scent every day, your brain stops noticing it, and you start spraying more and more. That is how good perfume turns into a cloud that overwhelms everyone around you. Rotating scents keeps your nose honest. It also protects the bottle itself. You finish your perfumes at a natural pace, and you are less likely to keep using a scent that no longer suits your chemistry simply out of habit. A simple tip is to start with just 3. One for daytime, one for evening, one for your most common season. Wear each one for a full day test, then assign it a job. This scent is for meetings. This one is for dinners. This one is for warm weather. You will feel the difference immediately because your perfume will start supporting your presence instead of trying to carry your identity all by itself. After the age of 50, perfume is no longer just a scent. It becomes presence. It becomes a signature. It becomes the way you enter a room and the way you are remembered. When you choose a fragrance that truly suits your skin, your personal style, and your life energy, you no longer need to try to impress. Confidence and refinement begin to radiate naturally. Remember 3 essential truths. When the body changes, the fragrance must change with it. Choose scent according to character and lifestyle, not advertising. And concentration and structure matter more than price. Now I want to ask you this. Are you still wearing the same fragrance you wore 10 years ago, or are you ready to let your scent mature along with you? If you would like me to continue sharing about style, clothing, color, or the elements that help women over 50 become effortlessly attractive, please leave a comment. Age is only a number. But style, when understood correctly, is timeless.